Beauties and Bella Beaus. So welcome back to my channel, Bella Blaque TV. I'm Bella Blaque. And we have another great dater today. We have Fara Dior. Let's welcome to the stage, Fara Dior.
Hi everyone, how are you? I'm
Fara, how are you?
doing well. How are you, Bella?
I'm well. Good to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to start with the introduction. So if you don't mind stating your age and your location.
Absolutely. So my name is Fara. I'm 40 years old and I am located in the St. Louis metro area.
All right. Good deal. All right, Sarah. So, what is your occupation and for how long?
I'm sorry, what was that again?
What is your occupation and for how long?
I work for a sustainability construction company, and I've been
Okay.
working there for about 2 years. I'm also currently in school, looking to
Okay.
finish up my degree. So, yeah.
Awesome. So, do you enjoy what you're doing, or are you going to go in a different area of work once you finish school?
Oh, yeah. Completely,
Okay.
totally different.
Right. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So, what are some of your hobbies?
Some of my hobbies, I love to dance, because I love music. I love going to see live bands. I love doing outdoor activities, so bike riding or cycling, as they call it, um, swimming, anything that's considered fun. I really, really, really enjoy. As far as outdoors, I've done camping before. I know some people are like, what, camping? Yes, camping.
Was it glamping or was it really camping?
It was really camping.
Camping. All
Yes, it
right.
was really camping. Yes, yes, yes. Um,
All right. I know that you said that you like to dance. Do you have any Caribbean background?
no,
Well,
no,
okay, you
no
don't have a
Caribbean
Caribbean
background.
background.
No, 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 no.
All right. Okay, so Farah, have you ever been married? And if so, I'm sorry. Have you ever been married? I'm sorry. What is your current marital status? Rather that's single and never married, rather that's divorced, or rather that's separated and estranged, or widowed. What is your current marital status?
Single, never married.
Married. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good deal. Okay, so do you have children? And if so, how many and what are their ages? And do you desire more?
Ooh. So I do. I have two. I have a 20-year-old and I have a 7-year-old. And no, I
Okay.
do not desire to have any more children. Whoever is the person that I do decide to have as a partner or a teammate, I hope they have children and then we can blend our family together and have a blended family.
All right. So that goes to the next question. You said you don't mind if your partner has children already. Does it matter how many they have or the ages of those children?
Um, it doesn't matter how many they have as long as they are able to financially support their children. I don't
Mhm.
care. Um, and then the ages, I would like for them to be 5 and older. Um, I don't really, my daughter, she's 7. So someone that's a little bit older. Sometimes I feel like when you have more of a smaller child, um, you have to deal with the parent more, the other parent more, because the baby is more smaller. So
Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So, what is one negative trait about yourself that you took from your last relationship that you have worked on or are currently working on or will work on? What is that
oh,
negative trait? And why do
okay,
you believe it's a negative trait?
absolutely. So being argumentative and not listening. I have definitely worked on that from my last relationship. I have been in therapy and I continue to be in therapy off and on. But after that last relationship, yes, I did go more into therapy so I could learn more about myself, learn what things that I need to work on instead of just focusing on, yes, that person may have hurt me, but what did I do to contribute to some of that as well? So, yes,
Taking some accountability. All
absolutely.
right, so so you pretty much touched on another one of the future questions, and that is, do you believe in therapy? So while we're on that same subject, I know you said that you attend therapy as an individual, but do you also believe in therapy on a couple stance?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. My therapist, rest his soul, he passed away last
Oh, I
year.
can hear that.
But that was something when we first got into therapy that he suggested. He said, when you move forward in a relationship, he says, my suggestion would be for you to first go to therapy together in the beginning so you guys can figure out what works best for you two so your relationship can thrive. So yeah.
All right, good deal. So, how do you handle or deal with conflict?
I always feel like communication is always key. Listening and understanding. You have to understand where the other individual is coming from, even if you don't see it from their point of view. But just
Hmm.
listening and understanding, hey, because everyone has a different perspective. Everyone was not brought up the same. Everyone doesn't have the same principles, morals, things like that. So, yeah, just listening, understanding, and communicating.
All right, good deal. So, whenever you all are in the argument, you all come to a resolution prior to, I guess, going separate for the day or for the night or whatever, and then coming back to resolve the issue, or you're the type of person you need the issue resolved right away, although that might not be the other person's communication style.
So for me, I'm going to say my communication style, if there is an argument, um,
Mm-hmm.
part of what I'm going to school for. When
Mm-hmm.
you're angry, you have to understand that you are not in a calm state and also going through therapy. You're now in a fight, flight, or freeze state of mindset. So you're not really thinking logically. So my point of view is always to take space, give it some time, calm down, and then come back to it and revisit what you feel or how you feel in the situation and then go from there.
All right, but you do believe in actually getting that issue resolved and not just like, hey, it's over for the day, so it's just we just go dead it.
Oh no, oh no, we need
Okay,
to we need to talk about that
right,
and get it
right, because it
resolved.
can
Like
come
we
up in
can't.
other ways later. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can't sweep that up under the rug because what happens is if you're not communicating about something that is either bothering you, upsetting you, or however it may be,
Hmm.
when it comes up again, how will you know?
Right,
So I
right,
feel like kind of it's like constructive criticism. Like you have to get that constructive criticism in order to correct the mistakes. Because if I don't know that I hurt your feelings or if I upset you or I did something that you were uncomfortable with, how will
right.
I know in the future that, okay, that's not something that they're really comfortable with or that's something that triggers them. So let me not make that mistake again. So, yeah.
Right, right. Okay, good deal. Okay, is religion or spirituality important to you? And if so, what do you believe in or practice? And is it important for you, for your partner to believe in or practice those same beliefs?
So, yes, I do believe in God. Um,
Hmm.
it's like, with all these beautiful things that God has created, you have the plants, you have people, you have animals, and everything is like an ecosystem. Everything works together. So, you have to believe that there is a creator involved.
Is
so,
there like a specific God? Is that Jesus Christ or what God do you care
It's
to
God.
share?
It's God, Jehovah. I am Christian. I don't practice any particular religion, so to say,
Mhm.
like Baptist, non-denomination. No, I'm more spiritual. Um, I do not have a preference in what my partner chooses to believe in because I have looked into Buddhism. I have read up on that and what that religion is like. I have looked into Muslim and how they believe in Allah and their practices. Like I'm all about learning. So I'm not for judging anyone. So however you feel to choose and serve your God, as long as you're serving a God and you're
Mhm.
practicing some type of spirituality or religion, it's okay with me.
All right. Good deal. All right. So, do you believe? Oh, we already answered the therapy thing. Do you believe in gender roles? And if so, do you believe? What do you believe is the man's role or and the woman's role in the marriage or long term relationship? Do you believe in gender
Oh, so that is a really that's a really good question, Bella.
roles?
Because I I like traditional. I do like
Mhm,
traditional, but
mhm.
in some ways I do like I'm traditional. I'm not gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna even pretend. I like gender roles. I know these days that they don't feel like that. I don't want to take out trash. I don't want to mow the lawn. I don't want to do any of those things. I think those are things that a man should do. I will cook, clean, and do those things. So I'm very traditional. I do feel there are roles. And yes, I like gender roles.
All right, good deal. Okay, so outside of physical aesthetics, height, and income, what are absolute must-haves that your partner must have? Outside of those aesthetics and the height and the income, those cliche things. Outside of that,
Yeah.
what are those must-haves?
Um, I want someone who is those things, I feel like they can be worked on. Those aesthetics and income. You can go to
Right.
school, you can work out, like those things can be worked on. I'm
Right.
looking for someone who is kind-hearted, someone who's supportive, someone who is emotionally available, someone who is emotionally stable. You're not blowing up and getting angry at every single thing. You're not insecure, you're not jealous, you're confident, you're sure of yourself. You don't need for me to reassure you all the time. So those are characteristics that I look for in a man. Also someone who, like you said, who does have God in their life and have some type of spirituality, because I feel like when you're the head of the house, going back to those traditional things, that you do need to follow some of those guidelines. You need to know that the man is the head of the house, that you're the leader, and that your decisions and your choices affects everyone trickling down. So yes.
All right. All right. So I believe my purpose in life is to what? Fill in the blank. What is your purpose in
My
life?
purpose in life is to love. That is my purpose in life. I love love. I'm a lover girl. So I'm
Yes.
all about it. I love treating people with kindness. I love making people smile. I love making people happy. So yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's my
All
purpose.
right.
Mhm.
So, what is one unique thing about yourself that most people don't know?
Ooh, a unique thing that they don't know is that maybe that I love to paint.
Oh,
I paint all the time. I have artwork all on my walls. It's not this art, but in
oh
other rooms,
wow.
in other rooms, in other sections, I have artwork all over. That's either I've created by myself, I created with my daughter.
Okay.
My son is created that we've just created. So I love art. So yeah.
Okay. So you just freestyle it, or is it something that you draw first and then you paint, or how does that go?
Nope, I freestyle. I'm more of an
Okay.
abstract, not so much as, it has to have a face. And I'm more into like
Right.
color and detail and those things.
Right.
Yeah.
You get to use your creativity.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, what are your relationship status goals, whether that's marriage, long term relationship, companionship only, and why now?
Okay. So my relationship goals, right now, I would eventually love to get married. That's not, of course, at the top of my list because
Mhm.
what I've learned is I want to make sure the person that I marry is the person that I'm going to be with for forever.
Right.
So I would love to, like I said, build that partnership and that friendship, making sure that we have something that's stable and we have a foundation. And then if that all works out, then we can move to the next level. I'm not rushing in to say, hey, I just have to be married because I'm happy right now and I'm single and dating. But if I come across that right person, yeah, of course,
Mhm.
I would love to eventually be married. But right now, I'm just looking for someone that I can build with, that we can grow together with, and then continue to build on to that relationship.
All right. Okay, so what are your love languages that you would like for your partner to provide to you? And what does that look like? And list them in order of importance to you. Are you familiar with the love languages?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Okay, so acts of service is number one.
All right.
I love for a man to take charge. Like, hey, if you say, I want to go out on a date and you take me out on a date and maybe you may have flowers or maybe I told you that I wanted this certain type of ice cream and then you take me there and you buy me the like those are, it doesn't have to be anything large or huge, but
Mhm.
yeah, just those things like that. So acts of service. And then from there, I would say, what is the one? Touch. What do they call that one? That
Physical
is
touch.
physical touch. Yes, thank you, Bella. Next is physical touch.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm a very affectionate person myself.
Uh-huh.
So we don't have to like do like a whole display of PDA, but holding hands or just hugging me, giving me a hug when you walk through the door or when you see me, or hey babe, like kiss on the cheek, or I love forehead kisses by the way. So that's a big deal for me.
They're totally intimate. Yes.
So yeah, so those are my two top two, and then of course words of affirmation. I want you to tell me how you feel. If I'm making you feel good, say, hey babe, you're making me, I like the time that we're spending together. I like when you wear the red lipstick. I like words of affirmation. So those are my top three love languages.
All right. Right. So, what does the term emotional intelligence mean to you? And do you provide this in a relationship? Are you familiar with the term emotional intelligence?
Absolutely.
All right.
So so emotional intelligence to me is just being aware of your emotions. You know, understand that if you're feeling sad, you can communicate that. Hey, I'm feeling sad. If you're no, you're building up frustration. Hey, I'm feeling frustrated. Everything is not just happy, sad, mad. You can be excited. You can be overwhelmed. Understanding those emotions is what I feel like emotional intelligence is being tapped in with your inner self and knowing what's going on at that time. Yes, I am big on emotional intelligence. I feel it is very, very critical in a relationship because if you cannot communicate to me the emotions that you're feeling, I don't know. I may think that something is making you happy and that's not really the emotion that you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling a little hesitant or confused. You
Mhm.
know, I don't know until you communicate that to me. So that's so that yes, I definitely feel that emotional intelligence is important. I am very big on that. So that's something that I try to teach my kids, being very aware of your emotions, being able to control your emotions. So even if you are angry, you can stop and say, okay, I feel this is going to the next level. I feel like I'm getting to that point to where is I'm getting angry. Can I just step back for a second and just
Right.
allow that to
You don't want
just
to
simmer?
escalate it.
Yeah, let's let that simmer. So I love
Right.
someone who is aware of that. Like, yeah, like let's not let it get that far.
Right. All right. So, what are some obstacles you've encountered while trying to date?
Ooh. Oh man. Some that emotional intelligence,
The lack thereof.
the lack thereof, the lack thereof, or the communication part. It's if you know that you can't make the date that you arranged to do, I'm not going to get upset because you can't make the date, because I understand, once again, understanding that things happen all the
Right.
time. But communicating that to me
Right.
is what I need. I
Right.
can't I can't continue to enable you to not being able to communicate with me starting off in the beginning, because if you do that in the beginning, that's going to continue on in the relationship later on, and I'm not dealing with that. I'm not
Right.
dealing with that. So that's some of the things that I feel in the dating scenario that I've experienced, is that yeah, the communication is poor. People don't want to be honest about their situation. Give me the option to tell you if I'm willing to deal with that or not. You don't know what I'm willing to handle. You don't know what I'm you don't know. You have to be
Right.
upfront with me, and let's communicate and have that conversation. So those are the obstacles that I faced.
And
Yeah.
just being able to establish boundaries as well, especially with the communication piece, because if you are just not showing up to dates, it can come across as a lack of respect for the individual, as well as yeah, just not respecting a person's boundaries, and so
Yes.
that's understandable. Okay, so along those same lines, not necessarily particular to your situation, what do you believe has been the biggest challenge or impact that has affected dating as we see it today?
Hmm. I feel, you know what? To be honest, I know people say this all the time, but I feel like social media has put such a unrealistic idea of what dating is and how people are supposed to date. Um, um, just me personally, you have to be realistic. You don't. I don't expect for a man to come out and take me and fly me out to Dubai. Like, are you flying your to me? Are you flying yourself out to Dubai? And then if that is so, okay. But you cannot expect for a man to come out and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on you, and he doesn't even know you. Like, it's just unrealistic. The dating, like, oh, I can't go to Cheesecake Factory or Applebee's. Are we being serious here?
Right.
Really? Take me to Applebee's. Take me to Cheesecake
Right.
Factory. A meal is a meal to me.
Right.
But all these unrealistic standards, because everyone is not making 6 7 figures to be able to take you to these high-end places, Nobu's and Ruth Chris and all those things like that. So we just have to be realistic and meet people where they're at. You never know what that person's, like I said, what their potential could be, because if you have a partnership and that's your teammate, you guys can work to build something beautiful, and then that could come along with it. But I don't feel like people are getting to know each other.
Right.
Everything is sex this, sex that. It's just like, have you even dated that person to even know, what you like about them? Do you even like that person? I just, do you even like that person? Like, it's like it's a show. It's a show, and it's like a relationship should not be that. A relationship should be something that is special between
Right,
two people that are trying to get to know each other and build with each other. I'm not with
right.
the spectacles. I'm not a person who flaunts my relationships on social media. I'm a very, very, very much so private person. So yeah, I. Mm-mm.
Understood. So, so do you believe in monogamy and do you practice it?
I'll say that again one more time for me,
I
Bella.
said, do you believe in monogamy and do you practice it?
Monogamy? Yes, I
Yeah.
believe in monogamy, and yes, I practice. I've
Okay.
I've I've never cheated on any of my previous partners. I don't feel like that's a very in this state and
Hmm.
time that we're in. Like I said, everything is just so sex, 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 sex. I'm it creep it I'm not gonna it creeps me out. It's not a good thing. Like people really need to be out here getting tested and being very
Hmm.
mindful that your body is a temple.
Right, right, right,
The
right. You got
temple.
to take care of it. That's true.
Yeah. You shouldn't be exchanging energy with everybody that you encounter.
Right,
That should not be what you're doing because it is a
right.
transfer of energy. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes. And
monogamy for me.
everyone shouldn't have access to that energy.
Yeah, everyone they should not. They should not. And I think people need to that's another thing. People have to understand that. And I don't think they do. Like the people that you let in your space, you should be very selective about it. Everyone should not be able to have access to you or your body.
Right. Most definitely. Okay, so what are absolute deal breakers that you will not tolerate when choosing a partner?
Not communicating,
Right.
not being supportive. Like I've done that. I've been there, done that, and I found out that that is the ultimate deal breaker for me because I'm going to show up for you, 10 toes down. I need someone to do the same. That's the type of partnership or person that I'm looking for. So if you're not going to be supportive, if you're not hygiene, yes, that's a thing. That is a deal breaker. I want to know that you once again are taking care of yourself and that you do um go to the doctor, you check on yourself. Self-care is very important. That you do have mental stability. I don't want you flying off the handles. Be able to know that you can handle stress because
Right.
stress is inevitable. It's there. So being able to handle that. So not being able to handle it is a deal breaker. And then pretty much everything. Oh, abusive.
Yeah.
I don't think people say that enough. And I'll look at the news and stuff all the time, and it's just like, no, if you're abusive mentally,
Mhm.
emotionally, though that's abuse as well. I don't tolerate that. You have to go. So yeah, those are definitely deal breakers for me. And
And
everything
even
else I
though,
can tolerate. Yeah.
and a lot of times that emotional and that verbal abuse oftentimes leads to physical. So yeah,
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
tolerated it at all is the best thing. So it won't get to the physical part.
Yeah, we not gonna even make it to that part because it is
Right.
a no for me. If I feel like you elevate your voice a little bit too much, or you're calling me, checking, trying to figure out where I'm at, or you throwing little jabs or little jokes and say, "Oh, baby, that was just a joke. I didn't really mean anything by it." it's a no for me because I'm not going to do those things to you, and I don't expect for you to do them to me. So what we're not going to do is we're not going to abuse me or yourself any type of way. Like
Right.
no, mm-mm, no.
Okay. All right. Oh. So that goes along with the same lines. You pretty much just answered it in your last question. I mean, your last response. Um, what do you feel it takes for someone to be a great mate to you, and for you to be a great mate to someone? And I know you pretty much touched on all of those
Yeah.
particular
Um.
things.
Yeah. Just respect.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like respect goes a long way. I'm going to respect you. Please respect me. Um. Communicate. That
Mm-hmm.
you have to use your words. Another part of
Right.
emotional intelligence. You have to use your words because I can't read your mind, you can't read my mind. And being
Right.
open to whatever that communication is, don't get offended. I'm just re- relaying to you how I feel about a situation. So that doesn't mean that you did anything wrong or that you said anything wrong. It's just that, hey, this is what I like. I didn't really like that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let's work on that. So
And
yeah,
you have that right to express or voice those particular wants, needs, or
yeah,
things that you don't desire, so the person can love and be there for you the best way possible,
absolutely. Yeah,
according to how
and,
you
and
be there for
I totally agree, Bella, because
you.
I can't show up for you the way you need for me to show up for you
Hmm.
if you don't let me know how I need to show
Right,
up.
right,
So yeah,
right. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So, what is your dating age range? I'm sorry.
my dating age range. I think about this all the time because I want to be open because
Hmm.
you have to give people chances because no one is the same.
Hmm.
Um, you do have some mature younger men. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say, Bella.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say 30 to
Okay.
50 is the dating range.
Okay, that's a good range of 20-year range that gives yourself a lot of options. And so,
Yes, yes, yes. Like I said, I am
well, not options,
trying.
opportunities. Let's do it
I
like
don't want to close myself off to that partner that could be my partner just because
right, right, right. You're
you
real
say
open
that you're
to
this
a bigger
age.
range of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you say you're 21, 25, 20, I can't do that because, like I said, I have a son that's 20.
Right. And you have to be realistic about the things. Like, really, are y'all gonna be on the same level? Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's like I feel like I'm talking to him and I don't want to have that.
Right. And that's what you don't want to do with a partner is to treat them like your child. Yeah.
And I don't want to that. I don't want to do definitely don't want to do that. So, yes.
Right. Yes. All right. So, what is your dating location preference, whether that's internationally, locally within your current state, surrounding states, anywhere in the USA? And the second part to that question is, do you have a passport, or are you willing and able to obtain one?
Yes. Okay. So I am I'm open. I've never dated anyone long distance before.
Hmm.
But like I said, I'm open because I love to travel, of course.
Okay.
So and yes, I have a passport. So yeah, so I'm open. I am ready for love. I am looking for love. So
All right. Okay. So when you say you're open to distance, what does that look like? Is that within driving distance, flying distance, or is that outside of the USA? Is that like really around the states around your state, or what does that particularly look like? And realistically, are you able to maintain that when you're trying to develop a relationship with
mm,
someone?
That's a good question, Bella. Um, so being realistic, like I said, I'm in school, so of course my time, and I am still a mother, so
Mhm.
my time is. I'm not going to say limited because you make time for the things that you want to make time for.
Mhm.
Um, I'm just trying to really be open because you never know. I don't
Right.
plan on staying here in the St. Louis metro area.
Mhm.
Like I said, once I get my degree and kind of get my foot started with what I'm trying to go to school for,
Mhm.
eventually I do want to move. So, do I want to really shut myself off from a long distance relationship?
Right.
Like, if that person is understanding, like, hey, I understand, we won't be able to see each other as often, but are we FaceTiming a lot? Or um, or are we seeing each other once a month? You know what? I actually, to be honest with you, I actually did date long distance. I had someone that I was dating, and I
Mhm.
moved to another state for a job, and we did long distance. And
Mhm.
he would come once, he would come a month to see me, and
Mhm.
then I would, go there to see
One
him,
day.
and back and forth. So we would like take turns, and it would be like once a month, but it
Mhm.
worked. I think
Okay.
it actually kind of made the relationship better because we kind of miss each other. So when we seen each other, it was like, I'm so happy to see you. So yeah, just never
Right.
know. The right
Also,
person will make it happen.
I just want to put in there, and I do understand that, but you also have to be careful that um, how do I want to say this? Be careful that you're also paying attention to how it will be when y'all are actually together, because y'all, like when y'all finally merge together, y'all are so used to just seeing each other occasionally, so you don't really pick up on those things that might,
That's
oh,
true.
I can deal with this. So just be cognizant
That's
of
true.
those things that you might not be aware of because you're, rarely seeing each other, because eventually, more than likely, you're going to want to merge together. And when you merge
Yes.
together, you have to be able to get along and be able to deal with those little quirks or those things that just might work your nerves sometimes uh,
Yes.
when you do get
Yes.
together.
You know what? That's true. That's true. That is so, so very true. So yeah, so I mean,
Because when you're long distance, every time you see each other is your honeymoon phase. You know,
it is, right? You
when
know
you
what? It
finally get
is.
together, the honeymoon phase is no more. This is it.
So you might guide me on that one, Bella. You might be right. Maybe I need to stick with, you know, I could do a 4 hour road trip.
Okay.
I could
All
do
right.
6. Because I love to drive. That's something else that I
Oh,
love
really?
to
Oh,
do.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love to drive because I love to sightsee when I'm
Mm-hmm.
driving, and a lot of the times when I'm driving, it's like my thinking time. So I
Right.
process a lot of things when I'm driving because sometimes I just drive in complete silence. I don't have any
Mm-hmm.
music on, anything, and I'm really just like in my thoughts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
All right. Good deal. So basically, we'll say like on those states around your surrounding states, because you
yeah,
still want to be able to drive to your individual. So, or what both of y'all,
yes,
commute, back and forth,
commute
So
back and forth. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Okay. All right. So, do you have a race preference?
no,
Okay.
I'm being open.
Okay.
I being honest, I have never dated outside of my race.
hmm
Um,
But you're open to it.
I am open to it.
Okay.
I don't want to be closed off and be closed minded and judge and feel like, oh, I just know that our cultures are going to clash because we came from different. You just never know. So yeah, I'm open. I'm open.
Okay.
I'm open.
And how would you like for eligible and intentional daters to reach out to you? What's your
They
social
can
media?
reach out to me via Instagram. My
Okay.
Instagram is Fara Dior 01. And yeah, you can, shoot me a DM, and let me know.
All right. So is there one last thing that you want to tell the daters out there?
Ooh, one last thing I want to tell the daters out there is that if your intentions are not intentional, um, please stay out of my DMs. I am not looking to play games. I'm not looking to, my time is very valuable, as I think that yours would be as well. So I am dating with intention. I am not dating to just date.
Okay.
And I
All
am dating. So don't think like if we date that you will be until we make things exclusive. I have to let people know that too. Until we make things exclusive, I am still dating because that's a part of the dating process. You have to date people.
Right,
So
right. That's how you get to know one another. And you can't
yeah,
assume that y'all are in a relationship without both parties being aware that y'all are in a relationship.
that communication. I've had that before. That communication part.
Yes, it is important to verbalize that. It is not enough. You can't be an assumption.
You got it, Bella.
Yeah. All right, good deal. Thanks, Sarah, for doing this, allowing me to interview you, and for being a part of the Bella Beauties and Bella Beaus network of eligible and intentional daters. I will keep in contact with you to see how your love journey is going.
Okay. Thank you, Bella. Thank you for taking the time to interview me and
Of
being patient with me
course.
through the process, of course.
Yes, you're good.
Thank
You're
you
good.
so, 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 so very much. But yes, thank you so much for
All right,
having
no problem. And good luck on your love journey.
me.
I'm going to drop you
Thank
down.
you.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
All right, Bella Beauties and Bella Bows, another great interview on the books. Until next time, take care, God bless, and talk to you later. Bye bye.